In the meantime, Bahar is here with some genius tips for dealing with curly hair. And you know these tips come from personal experience. She's got her beautiful locks out in full curl mode. So today you're going to share some secrets with us, Bea. And how do you want to start? There's so much to say when it comes to curly hair.
So much to say. We could do probably multiple shows, not segments, multiple shows on this topic. And I've tried my best to condense this into some kind of like good bites, some good takeaways. And the first place I wanted to start was in the shower, because when it comes to dealing with curly hair, sometimes it's a battle, but the process begins in the shower. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to your scalp. This is something important that I think a lot of curly haired girls don't necessarily pay as much attention to. We're always concentrating on masks and conditioners and treating our ends, which is important, but taking care of your scalp is also important. So finding either shampoos or co-washes or conditioner washes, which are good, a little bit more gentle on the hair. You also want to consider something that can actually get rid of some of the oil and buildup, because for curly girls, we're not really washing our hair every day, and sometimes not every other day, and then again, not every third day. So you want maybe one of these brushes. I grabbed this guy off of Amazon, super quick, super cheap, but he has these little silicone nubs, and he'll be able to actually kind of work into the scalp, massage the scalp, and get rid of some of the debris. So very important that that's where we start out dealing with our curly hair. And then out of the shower, most important thing is you don't necessarily want to start styling or prepping your hair unless it is damp wet. So make sure that you are using a leave-in spray, a leave-in treatment. I have some very inexpensive options for you. This is Shea Moisture. I have natural options for you from AG Hair as well. But the idea of this is that you start out with your damp, wet hair, and then when you have slip and you're giving moisture to the hair, you're also able to better detangle your hair, because you have to have slip to better detangle your hair.
So what do you use to style? Are you using fingers? What kind of products do you like best?
So this is what I've noticed what works for my hair texture, and also sometimes dependent on the season. So in summertime, I tend to go a little bit lighter in terms of the amount of product, but things that are important, things that help maybe spring up your curls. Mousse is a fantastic thing for the roots of your hair. It'll give that root a little bit of extra lift. Butters and creams are really good at helping to smooth down the hair shaft. It almost kind of like help you along in that curl pattern. Heads up, you can also do finger coils, which is essentially wrapping your finger around the hair to give that hair a shape. And then last, certainly not least, gel or cream gels like this one from Alterna. It's a cream gel. Those are able to give you a little bit more definition and a little bit more hold. But key thing when it comes to applying gel in my world is that I don't apply gel to anywhere above the top of my ear. I'd like to keep gel towards the end for definition. So this is and I brought different price points from Alterna, beautiful amplifying mousse. You want to look for the words volume. And then also from Orbe, their buttercream smoothing hair product. This is a little bit pricier, a little bit fancier, but hey, sometimes your hair deserves it. And now, drying time, super important. When you're out of the shower, that drying time begins with a t-shirt. This is a regular t-shirt because it won't absorb as much as a terry cloth towel. So this is super duper important. And this is just a random t-shirt that I had that we've been watching all these segments about cleaning out our closet. Well, I saved stuff because now I can use it for my hair. So this is where we start. And then I actually recommend using diffusion over air drying, simply because when you diffuse your hair and you have this attachment on the lowest heat setting and the lowest speed setting, you're actually helping your curl to create that little bit of bounce and that pattern, whereas sometimes with air drying, it weighs down. So I would actually totally recommend using a diffuser in your drying process.
How long does it take to dry your curls, Bahar?
I don't think you want to know, but this morning it was over 45 minutes. It was, and it was still damp. So, yeah.
Do you understand why I go and buy my hair and put it on like a hat? 45 minutes?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is why I straighten my hair most of the time. Straightening my hair is 40 minutes with a blow dryer and I'm done. This was 2 hours in the shower, out of the shower. So that's why when it comes to the next wash day, it takes a lot of days for me to actually get to next wash day when I'm dealing with curly hair. So instead of doing a wash, which if I'm going to on the 4th day, I'll use a conditioning wash, so a co-wash like this one from Morocco, which I love. But I actually do the next day style by like revamping or rehydrating the hair again. And we start off with a spray bottle. This is your best friend, and this was also from the dollar store. So, and we have these at home to spray our plants and deal with stuff. This is how I re-wet my hair and apply like 1/4 of the amount of the styling product onto the area to actually revive it. And if you want something quicker, I do have curling irons. We have different sizes, but this is like a super easy way to give your hair just in the front for those certain areas that aren't curling very nicely, give it a little bit of shape back, and you're good to go.
Oh my gosh, great tips. Thank you. I love your curls. I know they take work, but they look so good. So Bahar, thank you so much for those great tips.